welcome to JazzedTutorials. This week I'm showing you how to create a very awesome kind of logo, I guess. It resembles like a logo cutout in a way. We've done something like this before, but I'm enhancing the cutout effect differently in this tutorial, so stick around and find out what we do. Alright, so I'm going to set up my background, and I'm going to be doing that with some effects, which is a gradient overlay. Double click your background layer to make the layer 0, which then will allow you to update and add other effects. So I'm choosing to use a creamy colored white / orangey red, whatever color you want, and to a white. And we're going to select radial for our style, and we're going to click OK, and we're going to have that. So you should see white in the center and then the other color on the outside. If you don't, you may want to hit reverse and then you'll get that effect. Cool beans. Next, we're going to add our shape layer. And the shape that I'm using today is this one right here, and this can be found in all of your shapes if you load them. It's called seal. Basically, we're creating the seal of approval, but with a little cutout type of deal. So grabbing any color you want, it doesn't really matter at this point because we're going to edit the color anyway. Drag it to a size you like. I'm just going to go with that. And now, in order to add stuff on top of this and to use the warp tool and other tools of that such, you'll need to have it as a smart object or rasterize the layer. I much prefer in this setting to use a smart object in case I want to add other effects other than just that. And I've already done so on my layer 0, on my next layer here. So you'll notice how I've already rasterized it. I made mine into a sharp object, a smart object. And I also went on, oops, wrong layer. And I used the distort tool and the rotate tool. I distorted it so it looks like it's on the ground, sort of, if you get my drift. And then I rotated it all the way to the right. Then what I did is I double click this. I'm going to get rid of my fill opacity on this. We don't need that. These are my bevel and emboss settings. They're set to outer bevel, smooth technique, 150% depth, directions up, a size and softener 1. And down here I unchecked global light. There's no need for light. We have 120 angle and a 30-degree altitude. Make sure anti-aliased is checked off, sometimes it's not. Highlight mode is linear burn with black and 100% opacity. And your shadow mode should be overlay white with 100% opacity. Next, we're going to add a satin. Soft light for your blend mode and black for your color. 100% opacity. Negative 160-degree angle. 93 pixel distance. 250 pixel size, which is all the way at the end. Again, make sure anti-alias is checked off, and you have this lovely contour here selected, which is half round. And then moving down, I picked my color of choice. So this is where you'll pick your color you want to use. I'm picking a very nice light blue. You can pick whatever you like. Make sure it's a lighter color because it won't showcase as well in the further steps if it's not a light color. Last but not least, on this layer, we're adding a drop shadow. Hard mix for your blend mode and white for your color. 50% opacity. Again, no global light. 120 degrees for your angle. 4 for your distance. 0 for your spread, and a size of 3. Again, anti-aliased needs to be checked off. 10% noise. And this is your contour of choice. Rounded steps. We're going to click OK on this layer, and you will see something like that. Pretty cool. Alright, now we need to go ahead and duplicate that layer because we're going to add other effects on a separate layer. And this is going to give it more depth and give it more of a cutout look. So go ahead and duplicate that, and we're going to erase all of the previous steps on this layer. So go ahead and right click and click clear layer style, and we're going to add new styles to this layer. So double click on the layer now, and we're going to add a gradient overlay. Linear light for your blend mode, 75% opacity, and this is going to be your selection for your colors. Got a gray over here, and another grayish black over at the right side. Make sure those are selected, and you should have a negative 60-degree angle on that. Align with the layer and linear light again, and you will have a shadow like that. Now we're going to duplicate this layer, and we're going to add more effects again. So duplicate that one, clear the layer style yet again, and on the second copy, we are going to add an inner shadow, linear burn with black, 30% opacity, no global light, and on this one, 120 degrees for the angle, 2 pixel distance, 0% choke, and a 1 pixel size. Then we have our lovely gradient, which is going to be a white to transparent. Sometimes you can find that down below. Mine's not there. I have one there made, but it's here. You can click one of these and edit that if you'd like, or you can try and create the one I have made here. White and then those two. Click OK, and OK again, and you will then have the following effect you see there. It's very bright, but that's okay. We're going to edit that anyway because now we're going to be adding in a photo. So we're going to import a photo into this lovely cutout. So if you're doing a logo, I would suggest maybe like a business type of logo. Like if you're into the flower business, I would pick a nice picture of a flower, go with that. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm using a photo of a person, but you guys pick whatever you like. So what you will do is you're going to paste it onto the photo, or the actual image, and you're going to set your opacity down to around 35% or less, depending on how you like it, or you can go more, it's up to you. And then you're going to click with your thumb on the thumbnail of the shape layer, hold down your Command or Control key and clicking the thumbnail, which makes an active marquee around that particular layer. And then you're going to mask out your photo so that it goes only into that particular shape. And you'll see how I have mine there. Very nifty. I love how it looks. It's really cool. And the photo itself has really good colors, so they blend really nicely into my particular effect here. And then we're going to add, at this point you can add your text if you want. I did so by just doing that and warping it, but you guys can do whatever you want. And last but not least, I wanted to add some more realness to this, I guess you'd say. So I added a textured layer inside the shape, which is just some particles. You guys can find particle textures on google.com, anything you like, and just add that in there. It just gives it more of a nice effect, in my opinion. I set that layer to overlay with a 50% opacity, just to give it more of an awesome look to it. You guys can make it look however you want with that texture layer if you want, or you could leave it out. Either way, still cool. But that essentially is the logo effect. You can crop this if you want. For me, I think what I'll do is I'm going to now flatten my image, and I'm going to go to Image and Adjustments. I think, no, it's not under, it's Trim. And I'm just going to trim it so that it fits like so. And there we go. That's my lovely effect for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Do hit the like button. I do like people that like things. Feel free to comment below with any suggestions or questions for this channel. I do try to help you out as much as I can. I get back at some point. I never leave you hanging. May not get back right away, but I will. Trust me on that. Also, please subscribe to this channel. I love subscribers. You guys are awesome. And you can keep up with what we do on this channel. I'll be trying to post a lot more stuff, a lot more good content and stuff. I do happen to have another video coming out shortly. It's going to explain the future of this channel. I'm not going anywhere, just so you know, but it explains what's been going on lately with YouTube itself and why the future of this channel is kind of in jeopardy. But you guys will hear about that later on in the week. I'm working on that. So thanks for watching, guys. And again, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!